Bold statement, middleweight chaos is coming to Las Vegas, and two blockbuster bouts are already shaping UFC 326 in March. And this is the part most fans miss: the division's depth means every matchup can redefine who's next for the title. Two high-profile middleweight bouts have been booked for UFC 326, slated for Saturday, March 7, 2026, at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The event is headlined by a marquee clash: Max Holloway vs Charles Oliveira in a symbolic BMF title showdown. First reported by Leo Guimaraes, the card features Reinier de Ridder, ranked number 8, returning to face number 7 Caio Borralho in what could become a grappling-heavy, chess-like struggle between two skilled ground technicians. Even though the Dutch fighter isn't taking much time off, he comes off a high-profile setback in Vancouver where Brendan Allen forced him to quit on the stool in the fourth round. De Ridder's 2025 season was standout. Highlights included a blistering knockout of Bo Nickel and a grueling war against Robert Whittaker that went to a razor-thin decision. Borralho, at 17-2, also tasted his first UFC loss in his latest outing, dropping a unanimous decision to Nassourdine Imavov. Before that defeat, he rattled off 7 straight wins against notable names such as Jared Cannonier, Paul Craig, and Arbuz Magomedov, reaffirming his rise in the middleweight ranks. In another marquee middleweight pairing, former title challenger Paulo Costa will face fellow Brazilian Brunno Ferreira. Costa, 15-4, returned to form with a hard-fought win over Roman Kopylov at UFC 318, snapping a 2-fight skid that included losses to Sean Strickland and Robert Whittaker. Ferreira, 15-2, earned this opportunity by stringing together 3 straight victories, including a dominant win over Marvin Vettori at UFC 323. Known as the Hulk, he currently sits at 6-2 inside the octagon and is eager to test himself against a veteran of Costa's caliber. Here's how UFC 326 stands at a glance. Max Holloway vs Charles Oliveira. Paulo Costa vs Brunno Ferreira. Reinier de Ridder vs Caio Borralho. Brian Ortega vs Renato Moicano. If you want to see the latest UFC schedule and upcoming events, you can check the official schedule page for regular updates. What do you think about the middleweight lineup for UFC 326? Do you favor the grappling-centric clash between de Ridder and Borralho, or do you think Costa's striking experience gives him the edge over Ferreira? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments.